ka, kailangan pa kita na din tayo iba. At kahit pa hindi mapigil sa mundo, at sa umagang darating, lahat ay aking kakayanin. Huwag mong iisipin ang mga harang sa atin at ang ihip ng hangin ay darating. Lagi tigil at ang lahat ay dahil kailangan ka, kailangan pa kita na din tayo iba. At kahit pa hindi mapigil sa mundo, at sa umagang darating, lahat ay aking kakayanin. At kahit pa ikaw lang yan, kahit pa ikaw lang di ko man hawak ang panahon, maging ang ikot ng buhay. Basta't ikaw at ikaw pa rin. Ikaw at ikaw pa rin. Dahil kailangan ka, kailangan pa kita na din tayo iba. At kahit pa hindi mapigil sa mundo, at sa umagang darating, lahat ay aking kakayanin. At kahit pa ikaw lang yan, kahit pa ikaw lang yan, kahit pa ikaw lang yan, ako. Itong araw lang, di natikman ang liwanag. Hindi na alam, di makangiti, isip ay sawi sa ligayang ako'y binigyan. Di ako magkakaganito kondisyon. Sabihin mo, di kita iiwanan, pangakong di Di kita iiwanan, pangakong di pababayaan. Ako'y nandyan lamang, nababalot. Di kita iiwanan, pangakong di pababayaan. Ako'y nandyan lamang, nababalot. Di kita iiwanan, pangakong di pababayaan. Ako'y nandyan lamang, nababalot.
Dear Kuya, kamusta ka na dyan? Anong balita? Malamig ba dyan? Dito mainit. Ngunit kung bumagyo, para bang lahat ng tubig sa mundo ay nandito? Matagal na rin mula nang ika'y magpasyang subukan ng swerte at abutihin ang iyong mga pangarap sa ibang bansa kung saan ikaw ay laging mag-isa. Kami tuloy dito nag-aalala, nasaan ka man ngayon? Ano mang oras na ika'y may kailangan, tawag ka lang sa amin. At parang nandito ka na rin, parang nandito ka na rin. Oo nga pala, kung nasa'yo pa ang checkered na polo ko, sa'yo na yan. Hanap ka na rin ng maraming mapapanglibangan, dahil balita ko, mahal daw ang sine dyan. Ang mukhala raw, mga pinapakain dyan, tataba ka malamang. Gusto mo bang magtagalog, kuya, pag may kumausap sa'yo? Galingan mong mag-Ingles, galingan mo, kuya. Nasaan ka man ngayon? Ano mang oras na ika'y may kailangan, tawag ka lang sa amin. At parang nandito ka na rin. Nasaan ka man ngayon? Ano mang oras na ika'y may kailangan, tawag ka lang sa amin. At parang nandito ka na rin, parang nandito ka na rin. Dear Kuya, hinahanap ka ni Mama at Daddy, sulat ka palagi, miss ka namin. Pati nga kapitbahay nagtatanong, san ka raw nagpunta? San ka raw nagpunta? Nasaan ka na, Kuya? Nasaan ka man ngayon? Ano mang oras na ika'y may kailangan, tawag ka lang sa amin. At parang nandito ka na rin. Nasaan ka man ngayon? Ano mang oras na ika'y
All right. Another great and exciting afternoon, Philippine physical education community. Once again, welcome to your Saturday afternoon continuing professional development partner. This is Coach JR Viterbo from De La Salle Sobel School and also the founder and program director of OneFizEd.ph. I'm glad to introduce my partner host in this series, in this program, Mr. John Jeco Figuracion from the National University Fairview and programs and activities associate of OneFizEd.ph. How was your week, Sir Jeco? Magandang hapon.
Magandang hapon, everybody!
Wow, the energy is so high.
Hey! Ayan, so good afternoon everybody at welcome po sa ating regular Saturday. And ngayon po, this is a new series. So kakatapos lang
Exactly.
po ng ating dance series last week at isa yun sa mga pinakamagagandang pinakamagandang
Dance.
pinakamagandang ending ng isang series. And for today, we're gonna start a new series. So for my week siguro, kasi ngayon I don't know if I'm having the same pacing as the other teachers out there. Kami ngayon we're under the we're already reading the grades and
Mm,
deliberation for our
almost end.
students. So kung kayo dyan, nag-reading, chillax muna kayo, tigilan nyo muna yung pagtitingin ng mga numbers dyan pagiging, at yung mga nag-a-advance ng PhD dyan. Ay, yung mga nag-a-advance ng pagka-PhD nila dyan, tigilan nyo muna. Ayan, so yan. So yun yung week ko ngayon. So doon tayo nakaka-concentrate and pag-prepare sa ating mga following weeks ng ating featured PSED teacher series. So yun, ikaw
Yeah.
naman sir, ano namusta naman ang week mo?
Well, siyempre tayo bilang isang teacher and admin sa school, siyempre we are about to begin our academic year. We begin already last July 5 and of course, tayo habang nagsisimula bago talaga yung actual teaching, no? Kasi more of orientation pa lang. Siyempre we need to monitor the teachers and keep on
Mhm.
inspiring them despite of the different challenges ng pagtuturo ngayong normal. Siyempre may challenge on my end, medyo challenging kasi we are about to use a new LMS, new to our system, yung
Mhm.
Canvas. But
Okay.
syempre, in everything that we start, talagang medyo mahirap sa una. But one thing is certain, we just need to go with it and learn it para makuha natin. Yeah.
Ayan, tamang-tama ka diyan, Sir Jer. Kasi ganyan naman talaga ang mga teachers, lalo na pag PE teacher, mabilis mag-adapt sa changes and mabilis talaga para tayong mga chameleon kumbaga. Kasi
Nag-a-adapt.
mabilis tayo makapag-adapt kasi nga we are, holistically developed as teachers. Ayan. So, yan, before we even start the program, syempre, wag natin kalimutan na magbigay honor tayo sa ating creator before we start the program. So, let me ask Coach JR to lead us to a prayer before we start.
All right. For all the participants here in Zoom and in YouTube, let's begin our program with a prayer. Let us all remember that we're the most holy presence of God. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Once again, Lord, thank you for the opportunity you provided for OneFizEd.ph to be the stage of teachers to share their best experience. Thank you, Father, for using our resource speaker for this afternoon. For him to share his best teaching experience and practices sa kanyang school. And of course, God, we would like to thank you for the presence of our fellow PE teachers supporting and watching to us right now, may you keep them inspired for them to uplift their spirit and their skills as PE teachers to inspire as well their students. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right.
Okay, thank you for that prayer, Sir JR. Truly, we will be more blessed if we always lift to the one above our activities.
Yes, of course. With all honesty, no, it's been a pleasure to serve the Philippine FESED community by providing regular professional development training. Imagine, Sir Jeco, we made to celebrate the last week our first year anniversary.
Grabe, kaya nga sobra-sobra parang ang bilis ng pacing. Para weekly lang, we were just enjoying the webinars weekly, makikinig sa mga fellow natin na mga PE teachers about their experiences, and also fitness experts and dance experts outside our field na maging supplementary sa ating knowledge. Grabe talaga, also this can only be possible talaga with the support of this community to get relevant and meaningful professional development training. The regular Saturday becomes more exciting for us because we know that this kind of program can make a difference as we continue facing the challenges and the demands of our profession.
You are right, Sir Jeco. And let me just inform all the people who's been here with us, especially, no, yan lang, shout out ko na naman in advance. Although mamaya pa si Miss Darly, regular natin yan. Remember that OneFizEd.ph is a professional learning community. It is a platform for our fellow PE teachers to share their best experience or best practices sa classroom. What we notice kasi, syempre, we have a lot of trainings already available with our fellow organization, but what we need are trainings that is really relevant to the classroom. Yung mismong gamitin natin sa classroom. And we believe that itong mga nakukuha natin to our speakers ay yung mga mismong practices nila sa loob ng classroom. Na magagamit din ninyo for sure if you're gonna be interested or ma-encounter nyo yung topic na yon sa mismong klase ninyo.
Tama. Okay, that's why we believe that you can also be one of our guests kasi very special ang series ngayon kasi it's a featured One FizEd Teachers Series. So lahat ng regular, lalo na yung mga regular attendees and also lalo na yung mga ating mga premium members na nag-member na last year ay you are invited to contact us and we are open for you to share your knowledge and skills here in One FizEd stage, and you can conquer the stage, is inspire our fellow PE teachers. That's why again, we are inviting you to contact us through the One FizEd PH Facebook page, or Sir JR or me and any one of the team to message us if you want to be one of the speakers for the following weeks of our featured FizEd Teachers series.
Yes, dagdag ko lang this series will run for 20 episodes.
Wow!
No, why 20 episodes? Syempre, marami tayong PE teachers na nag-show ng intention, at alam ko for those who are watching with us right now, wow, imagine we're 105 already, no, in YouTube. Marami sa inyo ang merong isang experience or practice na pwede mong i-share. Remember, laging sinasabi na nagiging speaker dito, wow, nakakakaba naman kasi ang pagtutalk mo ay mga fellow PE teachers. But this is the kind of culture that we want to establish because we believe if we have this culture, sharing not only in the school, usually sa school nag-share, diba, to your co-teachers, but this time as a country, national level, where we would like to give a stage for you to share it to many people, since syempre usong-uso nga ngayon yung webinar. At this juncture, syempre, welcome to all our participants for this afternoon. Palakpakan dyan. We are here in OneFizEd.page Zoom meeting room, and we are streaming live via OneFizEd YouTube channel. That's why for all those who are here watching us live, kindly share to your social media account the link of our episode for today, fellow teachers. So your fellow teachers and friends can also join and learn for the topic that will be presented by our resource speaker.
Yes, so I would like to greet some of our friends who are tuning into this right now. Syempre, unahin natin ang ating mga kaibigan dito sa ating Zoom meeting, ang ating mga premium members. Yes naman. Yan, nandito, syempre, andito si Sir Robert. Wait lang.
Yes, Sir Robert.
Sir Ian, si Sir Arvin, si Sir May, wait lang.
Miss Mayfor.
Si Miss May po.
Yeah.
And si Sir, sorry. Ayan. And then other words, mamaya-maya mapapasok na rin ating ibang mga premium members. Siguro nagpapa-fresh pa sila kasi may picture taking kasi dito. Pero yun, punta naman tayo sa ating YouTube. Ayan, dito ako masaya mag-shoutout sa YouTube kasi lahat sila dito. Parang nag-a-attendance sila araw-araw dito.
Yes, exactly.
Kasi nilalagay nila ako sa gasan sila. So, tinaman na natin. Piliin natin yung mga super. Ayan, meron tayo from Cagayan Valley. Grabe naman si Sir Zen. And then we also have from Cebu City si Sir Vincent. Hello po, shout out sa inyo. Hello din po from Antique si Sir Gerardo. Wow, grabe naman. Bless. And also
Sir Jeco, ito rin.
Sino to?
Dagdag ko din, shout out to Miss Nesseline Alera all the way from University of Southern Mindanao.
Wow.
Big fan daw siya ng
Nice. Fan nyo rin po kami. Ayan. Meron pa from JRMSUT si Miss Elvira. Ayan. Cheers sa inyo. Si Sir Rizaldi from Leyte. Hello.
Wow.
Ayan, bro. Ito, taga-Animo Lasal din to, sir. Si Sir James from Lasal University, Osamis City.
Wow.
Grabe
Hi,
naman.
sir. Animo Lasal.
Yes, and from Cavite, si Sir Perlito from Teatro de Salinas, Rosario, Cavite.
Yan.
At marami pa. Meron
Marami
pumasok
pa.
from Capiz, from Davao. So grabe, national talaga tayo.
And syempre,
meron talaga tayo dito. Abangan nyo po mamaya. Meron po dyan magpapa-shoutout from Saudi Arabia. May mga ganyan po tayo dito. Hindi, promise. Meron po talaga tayong mga nanonood na international.
from
One Piece
Indonesia.
Edward.
Yeah, meron din. And of course, syempre, kaya marami din nakaka-reach out because of the help of our, yung mga tayong mga regular na uma-attend sa atin, sinishare niya. Ang ganda ng message na sinabi dito ni Miss Abigail Ariel. One goal, to educate and inspire. Syempre,
Yes.
Napakaganda. Alright. Forward tayo, Sir Jeco.
Yes.
Yes,
So-
we are. Okay? We are inviting everyone, since nandiyan na po tayo lahat, nasa YouTube, nasa Zoom, we are inviting everyone to like and follow our official Facebook page. That is www.facebook.com/onefized.ph, our Twitter at onefized.ph, and our Instagram at onefized.ph. Also, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and like our videos and YouTube para syempre maging updated kayo sa mga ating professional development training, no?
Yes.
And of course, remind ko na lang din, the YouTube is for the professional development live streaming, while the Facebook is for the announcement of programs and activities. Para lang po at least alam ninyo. Yan.
Yes. So ayan, so very encompassing talaga lahat ng social media talaga kinuhan. Kulang na lang talaga gumawa ng TikTok si Sir JR.
Nako.
Magte-TikTok si Sir JR, Sir Joshua, mga ganyan. So kulang na lang ganun. Gusto ko makita si Sir Mark nagte-TikTok. Ayan, so as in connection to that, so dami-dami ng ginagawa natin. May gusto lang ako tanong sa'yo, Sir JR, kasi napapansin
ano
ko
yun?
kasi every week hindi ka talaga pumapalya sa talaga dito sa ating parang 1 year and you're counting na nga na hindi ka pumapalya dito weekly talaga sa ating simulat sa pool na itayo yung webinar na One Piece Ed hanggang ngayon, hindi ka talaga pumapalya. And you also said that admin ka pa ng school, head ka pa ng PE department, tapos nagkwentuhan tayo kanina, alam kong medyo malaki yung school nyo at nahihirapan kang mag-travel, ganyan.
Hindi
Pero,
naman.
Diba, ang dami, tapos may family ka pa, tapos kagabi nag-grocery ka pa, mga diba, ang dami mong ginagawa. Pero paano yun? Paano mo nababalanse lahat yun, yung mga ginagawa mo na yun bilang isang, family man and also isang professional teacher?
Well, nagulat ako sa tanong mo, but of course, syempre, in order to fulfill all your duties and your commitments, you need to make a good time management. And alam natin na napakarami talaga ng challenge and stressors natin na nangyayari because of the new normal. But of course, with right mindset, and ako din, kasi may sikreto ako, I have a partner, and this partner helps me to stay fit, And of course, maging positive, maayos ang pag-iisip, and of course, yung ating katawan. Kaya nga, ang gusto kong tanungin, how are you, fellow PE teachers? Our image and wellness status are highly important as we serve as an inspiration and role model to our students for them to be healthy, fit, and well human beings. That's why, aside from the regular exercise and a healthy diet, we need a health supplement that can help us boost our overall wellness status. We are proud to announce that as we continue to promote health and wellness and patronizing Filipino-made brands, 1FZ.ph partnered with NutraBud. Yeah, there you go, the one dito sa gilid ko. NutraBud is a proud Philippine-made product. It is the first virgin coconut oil soft gel supplement in the market that is blended with powerful antioxidants such as astaxanthin, curcumin, ginseng, and resveratrol. Take note that NutraBud is ISO certified, HACCP certified, GMP certified, and approved by the Food and Drug Administration.
Grabe, parang wala ako naintindihan doon, pero alam ko maganda siya. Hindi, joke lang. Even ako bilang isang health professional, and I've been talking about a lot about
Wellness,
supplements and wellness, and also I've been reading articles also online, ganyan. Ay, parang yan ata yung pinadala mo sa akin yung sa araw, sir, no? Grabe naman yan.
Of course, I want you also to
Grabe.
try.
Grabe, amazing kasi parang ite-try ko na siya maya-maya. Pero alam ko talaga dati kasi meron na kaming mga virgin coconut oil products talaga na tinatry dati pa. And we talaga alam naman natin sa Philippines talaga, it's really proven that VCO, may studies na talaga, local studies na ang VCO talaga ay nakaka-improve ng immunity, ng bone health, it's antiviral, so nakakatulong din siya ngayon kung gusto mo na hindi ka masyado maano ng COVID. And then antimicrobial siya, it gives energy, it gives heart support, brain protection, diabetes support para sa mga medyo mahilig sa matamis diyan, diabetic, prevent arthritic conditions kasi yung VCO, it will provide the lubrication for your bones, and then kidney health, fat burning, and gut health. Imagine harnessing all these benefits. Grabe, ang dami nun. Kasi naman talaga, sabi nga natin, di ba, ang coconut is the tree of life, and as Filipinos, ang ginawa ng NutraBud is to maximize the potential of that tree of life para magamit natin. Kasi ang dami-daming, di ba, kung sino dito yung may mga OFW na mga kamag-anak, di ba, ang dami-dami nang pinapadala palagi na supplements minsan galing sa ganito, yung mga, hindi ko na babanggitin yung brands, pero ang dami nilang pinapadala ng supplements. Why not maximize something that is within our reach and is Philippine-made at mama-maximize natin kasi it's really specific to our physiology as a Filipinos kasi yung product ay around lang din our environment. So, ito ay isang soft gel per day lang, pero grabe ang dami niyang benefits for you. So, it's a great investment not only for your health but also for the future of your family. Grabe.
Exactly. And of course, singit ko bago tayo mag-proceed, no? Sabi mo nga may mag-hello from outside of the Philippines. Yes, shout out to Miss Jocelyn Gallegos watching from Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Wow, nandito na ulit si Madam.
Yun. And of course, syempre, but wait, there's more because we know that you are an important partner of 1FZ.ph. We are giving you 10% discount in availing the product. Yes, you heard it right. You will get 10% discount by simply using the discount code NUTRAPHED when you avail, of course, sa Shopee. Yan.
Yan. So also, wait lang. Meron kasi kita ko sa YouTube, binabasa ko. Binabasa ko kasi yung nasa YouTube, ang dami kasi. May nag-shout, meron kasi yung friend doon sinabi, "Hi Kuya Jeko," sabi. Ayan, for those who are interested to know more about the product, you can check their Facebook page to www.facebook.com/NutraBud or check their website at nutrabud.com. It is also available in Lazada. Pero again, yung binigay namin na code, which is 10% discount, is only available via Shopee. So ako sa inyo, sa Shopee na kayo mag-avail. Or kung gusto nyo talaga, ako kasi when I avail products, medyo alam ko kasi marami sa atin very skeptic about these things. Lalo na iniisip natin na, lalo na yung mga taga-province na kumakain naman ako ng gulay or whatever. Pero kasi, think again, if you are really able to really achieve that food pyramid that you already eat. And also kasi antioxidants are very very hype in the study now in other countries na naiinggit sila sa mga countries na katulad natin,
Tropical
very
countries.
very rich in natural resources kasi we always get those antioxidants we need unconsciously kasi nasa food na natin siya. And ngayon, bakit minamaximize natin ngayon siya through supplementation also within our country na tayo yung may gawa. So again, let NutriBud be our health supplement buddy. Read and then avail if you are really interested.
Yan, syempre, nagpapasalamat tayo sa NutriBud for supporting our webinar programs. Maraming salamat, NutriBud.
Yes,
May
yes,
nakita
yes.
lang kasi ako, Sir Jeco, before we proceed. Isang kababayan ko, shout out to Jata Neyesa de los Santos all the way from Barobo, Surigao del
Surigao del
Sur.
Sur. Woo!
Yan ang aking province origin, Surigao del Sur.
Uy, sir, gusto ko makapunta dyan sa Siargao, sir. Minsan, mo ako dyan, na-tour mo ako dyan.
Well, of course, Sir Jeco, don't worry because part of the bigger plan of OneVisit.ph is that if we return already for a face-to-face, we would like to visit different places in the country to provide professional development trainings and conferences. Kaya let's pray that the COVID will soon stop. Alright,
Kaya
nako,
ako sa
syempre.
inyo, uminom kayo ng NutraBud para mas safe na kayo. Yes.
Ikaw talaga, masyado ka na promote. But of course, syempre, yan. Thank you, NutraBud. Now, this point, of course, syempre, pupunta tayo sa pinaka-chunk ng ating activity for this afternoon. Today, we are already on our 57th
Woo,
episode.
grabe!
Kita nyo po sa video kanina, sobrang dami. Hindi rin namin na-imagine na ang daming Sabado na pala yung nagawa natin.
Sabi, no?
We are really excited as we are about to have another webinar series, our new webinar series with the title Featured Phys Ed Teacher or Featured Physical Education Teacher Webinar Series with the theme Creating Meaningful Physical Education Learning Experience in the Normal. I believe that this year na po, tayo po ay nag-online distance learning, tayo po ay nag-modular, marami sa ating mga kapwa PE teachers ang naka-explore ng mga bagay at practices na hindi pa nila nagawa before. And because of that, we know that if you have that experience, wag mong sarilihin yan. No? Quote ko lang, sinabi ni Dr. Fabela from PNU, na kung may nalalaman ka, you need to share that. And that's the reason why we provided this kind of series, because we know that best teaching experience na nagawa mo can make meaning sa practices ng ating mga kapwa teachers. Sir
Tama.
Jeco?
Yan. We are inviting everyone to be a part of the discussion. So every time na meron kayong mga napupulot na mga insights from now and then from our speaker, don't hesitate to type it down on the live chat and also take down notes. And para makita din namin sa pag nag-evaluation mo, lalagay nyo rin doon kung ano yung mga insights na talagang napulot nyo. And also, make sure to really be active. Hindi lang po sa amin, mag-interact din po kayo sa mga co-PhysEd, co-OnePhysEd nyo dyan sa live chat. Kasi hindi lang naman, this is not only a professional learning development na puro academic lang. We really want to develop the community when it comes to sharing our knowledge and insights. Iisipin mo yung makakakollab mo soon sa may mga YouTube dyan, yung mga gumagawa ng mga, di ba marami ako nakikita kasi gumagawa sila ng mga videos nila para matulungan yung mga students nila. And isipin mo, makakakollab mo, taga Leyte ka, ang makakakollab mo, taga Surigao, ganyan, di ba? So, yun yung gusto nating magawa na community dito, helping one another with our experiences and our best practices. So our first question for you for this day is, how do you meaningfully engage your students in physical education using the platform of teaching available in your school? Once again, how do you meaningfully engage your students in PE using the platform of teaching available in your school? And if you do not mind, please state ano yung ginagamit yung platform, like if it's Google Classroom or if it's Zoom also, if it's Microsoft Teams, etc., etc. And then paano nyo siya ginagamit para ma-engage talaga. Kasi nawala yung mic ko, sorry. Ayan. Kasi hello.
Yan, okay na, Sir Jeco.
Kasi alam natin na medyo talaga, pagdating talaga sa online, ako nga mismo pag nagklase ka ng dire-diretso nakakapagod siya, pero bilang mga PE teachers, paano natin ginagamit yung Zoom, yung MS Teams, yung mga platform na yan para mas maging meaningful at maging kakaiba tayo dun sa mga normal na ginagawa lang doon sa mga platforms na yan. So put your or put your suggestions, your insights, and your experiences there at our live chat and here at our Zoom meeting.
Yes, of course, syempre, no, we would like na ang ating mga nakasubaybay sa YouTube ay nag-i-interact. Kaya po, we're gonna be posting this question in a few minutes and hopefully you can also share your ideas sa kasi ang engagement talaga ay challenging this time. But ano kaya natin ginagawa sa PE? Now, let me introduce the speaker for today's episode. All right. He is a teacher He is a teacher in De La Salle University Integrated School, Senior High School from 2020 up to present. Taught in Assumption College San Lorenzo Basic Education from grades 2 to 12 from 2013 up to 2020. Graduated Bachelor of Secondary Education major in Music Arts, P and Health from the University of Santo Tomas. Shout out Dr. Porto. A Catholic missionary for the Community Missionary Families for Christ, MFC. An inspiring curricularist in physical education and a self-proclaimed poet. Wow, makakata pala to si Sir. I don't want to take this long. Let's all welcome our featured PE teacher for this afternoon. Walang iba, kundi makikita kaya dito? Yan, si Sir Ian Gabriel. Ayun, di na makita. Vargas, good afternoon, Sir Ian. Ayan pala, Sir Ian.
Hello, Sir Ian.
Hello everybody, good afternoon po. Ako po si Sir Ian and let me just share my PowerPoint.
Go, sir. The stage is yours.
Alright, so can you give me, for those who are in the Zoom, can you give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen? Ayan. Hello po, hello everybody. Hello
Yes, sir. We can see you. We can see already your presentation.
Ayan. And am I audible?
Yes, sir. We can hear you clearly.
All right. So before we begin the actual discussion, so I want to show to you an outline of the presentation. So the presentation will go like this. We're going to start with different disclaimers about the best practices that I have, and then we'll review definitions of engagement, learner agency, and differentiated instruction. Afterwards, we'll talk about the different practices that I've used to increase student engagement, and then negative and positive points of the said approach, and then we'll have our question and answer. All right, let's move on. So disclaimers number 1, I've only used this approach in sports. Okay, so in sports for grade 4 and grade 2 specifically, but I'm sure that it can be used in dance and other physical education topics. Next is there might be a theory or model like this combination out there that I don't know. Okay, so hindi ko po sinasabi na ako po nag-invento nitong approach na to, pero there might be someone, there might be an actual model of the theories nito. So hindi ko lang siya masyadong na research kung meron ba talagang eksakta dun sa ginawa ko. Kasi medyo combination siya ng mga different theories. And this approach, I haven't tried this in an online setup, but I'm planning to do so in the second term this coming second term sa mga around September or October of this school year. All right, so let's start with the review of definitions. So student engagement from Fredericks Bloomfield and Paris, 2004. Ang derived definition ng ginawa is a relationship between the student and learning environment. So the school, community, adults at school, the students, peers, instruction, and the curriculum. So ang sinasabi daw, ang student engagement is yung interaction between the student and the learning environment. So everything in the learning environment and the relationship between the student and the learning environment is all student engagement. Differentiated instruction by Carol Ann Tomlinson, 1999, says that giving students multiple options for taking in information. So these are different ways in how to learn, and this is the different things that the teacher does so that the students will be able to learn in different manners and rates. And lastly, we have learner agency from renaissance.com. It says that student agency refers to learning through activities that are meaningful and relevant to learners, driven by their interests and often self-initiated with appropriate guidance from teachers. Student agency gives students voice and often choice in how they learn. So as you can see, differentiated instruction and learning agency goes well with each other. Kasi if the students are given multiple options on how to take in information, learner agency will automatically kick in kasi they have option, they have choices already. So, this is the framework of what I did. So, ito yung ginawa ko siya. So, I hope clear naman yung yung pagkakagawa ko ng graph. So, ang framework na ginawa ko was using a pre-test pero wala siyang post-test talaga kung tutusin. So, tayo magkakasunod-sunod. So, pre-test, I had to first gather baseline data, okay, from my students. So, in the first meeting, after a very quick orientation of what's going to happen, what I did was I asked the students to play the actual sport that I will teach. So in my case, it was mostly badminton. So nag-start kami ng maglaro ng badminton. After that, I gathered the baseline data kung nasan ba talaga sila, where are they right now. So kunyari, meron ba akong beginner, super beginner na first time lang makahawak ng racket, or meron ba akong sobrang advanced, dati palang varsity o anak ng national team. So I had to test first where are they so that I know where to go. After the pre-test, I had to talk to every student at least for about a minute or 2 minutes for consultation so that I know where they want to go. So kunyari, itong batang to, yun nga, anak siya ng national team, so magaling talaga, ganyan. Tapos, may basic skills na siya kaagad. So pag-uusapan namin, so what are the other things that you want to learn? Kasi kung isi-stick ko lang siya dun sa kung kunyari kapareho siya nung basic, hindi wala na siyang natutunan sa akin. So, I had a consultation and then from based on the data that I have, dun na siya mag-move forward. After the consultation and the following meetings, there will be differentiated drills. So, ang ginawa ko noon is that I divided into three levels. So, beginner, intermediate, and then advanced. Each of the levels will have differentiated drills. So for beginner, ito lang ang drills. Ito ang drills nyo. So kunyari, basic swinging lang muna sila. And then for intermediate, the drill that I gave them was, kunyari, court play. Tapos pagdating ng advanced, faster court play, like the 2 shuttlecocks ang gamit, ganyan. So learners can choose over an array of drills based on where they want to go next. So dun sa consultation, in the previous consultation that we had, the learners will be able to choose where do I want to go next. So these are the drills that will lead me there. So I'll take this one. Automatic, the students will have now a sense of independence in their learning, and they will be able to choose, oh, this is where I want to go. So this, and it's not like a lot of times teachers are blamed and accused of shoving down information down the throats of our students. But with this type of approach, they are able to choose. I am not the one who's telling them where to go, but rather they will choose where they want to go and what to improve on first. Okay, I take note na merong first, what to learn first. I'll talk more about that later. And then after the differentiated drills, they will have to go to a practical test. All right? So the learners are given a time frame when they can get their graded assessments. So ang ginawa ko nun, first half of the meeting, so drills. Afterwards, I'll call on someone and then I devised a practical test wherein they will just play, then I will observe. Now, I have the paper per student, yung consultation paper nila. So ito yung mga pinuntahan nila. Then as they play, i-check ko kung ano ba talaga yung nag-gather nila from the different drills. Ano bang natutunan mo? Ano bang mga skills na nagawa mo today? And then, titingnan ko kung talaga bang na-master niya na through the practical test. Afterwards, the student and I will talk again, consultation again, and I will ask, are you okay with, these are the things that you've learned so far. Are you okay with me grading this? Or do you want me to move forward and grade you some other time? So with this, I'm giving the student an opportunity to learn from the mistakes that he or she has incurred. This will also help the student be confident na maramdaman niya na safe yung space ng klase, na hindi ko siya pinipressure na oh, kailangan matapos ka na, ganyan. But of course, without sacrificing the rigor by giving them a specific time frame. For example, practical test number 1, swings. Swinging lang. Pagdating ng, I will tell them na, okay, the first 3 meetings, I will be asking you to take the practical test for swings. So lahat sila So by the end of the 3 meetings, dapat lahat sila nakapag-practical test na. If not, ang binigay ko sa kanila na parang deal was that I will grade you kung ano yung score mo sa pre-test. Kung ano yung baseline data mo, kasi I would assume that you have not learned something else. All right? So ganun yung ginawa kong framework in teaching the students. Now, there are certain things that you have to consider in following this specific framework. Things to consider, number 1 is reducing the one size fits all. Sobrang laking issue in education, not just in the Philippines, but in the world, that education daw, schools, like formal education in schools, follows the one size fits all, na parang hindi catered, hindi personalized ang learning ng bawat bata. Like for example, in PE, a lot of times, magtuturo tayo ng volleyball, dig pass. So lahat sila nakapila, tapos lahat dig pass kayo lahat. It doesn't really give an opportunity for students who already know to become better, and for those who do not know to learn something new. So anong nangyayari? Dahil pare-pareho sila, yung pace ng lesson, nagkakagulo-gulo na siya. Kasi lahat sila, ito lang ang pinupuntahan. Yung iba, di rin naman nila gusto yung ginagawa nila, so napipilitan lang. Therefore, hindi sila nagiging engaged lalo. So when you're trying to use the approach that I'm suggesting, you have to try to reduce the one size fits all. So after gathering the baseline data, you can now create different interventions based on the data that you have. Okay? So tulad nung kaninang diniscuss ko, is that iba-iba na sila ng drills na ginagawa. Allowing to cater to the differences of your learner, may it be fast, slow, or someone with prior knowledge. Each of the student now will have a personal goal. Student can choose where to go. I keep on saying that. Students will choose where to go, pero mayroon na silang sense of independence and responsibility. Oh, since gusto ko to, ito yung gusto kong mangyari sa akin sa subject na to. Ito, gagawin ko siya ng mas maayos. Increasing the engagement of the student since they own what they learn. Okay? So that's the first, reducing the one size fits all. Next up is meaning making. Super important ang meaning making, especially in PE. Right now I'm teaching STEM students. Tapos, ang STEM students, siyempre, sila yung mga students na in the future magiging doctors, magiging engineers, ganyan. And a lot of very how can I say it in a nicer way? Pero sige, in the lack of better term, very grade conscious. A lot of STEM students are very grade conscious. Gusto nila matataas ang scores nila para So, a lot of times, they would say na parang, why do I need to learn PE? Matutulungan ba ako kuya, badminton itself. Bakit ko kailangan matutong mag-badminton? Bakit ko kailangan mag-push up para mag-improve? Bakit ko kailangan ganito? Bakit ganyan? Bakit? Mahilig sa magtanong sa bakit. Okay, bucket of fries. So sa dami ng mga bakit nila, what we always want to do is that we have to explain the meaning of each exercise and skill, and what skill does it develop. Okay? So this will always go back to the learning agency. Na parang kung naiintindihan ng estudyante kung para saan yung ginagawa niya, sabihin mo na, oh, ito, dahil ang target mo ay ito. Ang target mo matuto ka mag smash. Target mo matuto ka mag-smash. So magte-training ka ng power kasi power increases your power is yung pinaka foundation ng smashing mo. So i-explain mo talaga individually sa bata na itong mga pinapagawa na ito ay papunta doon. So kasi a lot of times I myself ginawa ko siya noon na parang sige mag-push up ka lang kayo or mag-sit ups lang kayo. Hindi ko na-explain bakit siya importante. And as PE teachers, I think that we have to keep on telling the students why are we doing these things so that they will get to appreciate and they will be engaged more. Gusto ko maging mabilis ako sa loob ng court. So kailangan ko itong gawin kasi ito yung nagpapabilis ng ko sa court. So they will automatically have this feeling na parang owning also what they learn. And lastly, and I think very important as well, is constant personalized feedback. Okay? Constant personalized feedback. So there are these are three different terms. And constant kasi kailangan ang feedback mo hindi lang once sa buong term or buong quarter. Nagbigay ka ng feedback pero isang beses lang. So how would that improve the student? So in order for the student to be engaged, they have to feel na talagang may pakialam ka, personalized. So kailangan may pakialam ka dun sa kanila. As a student, kung yung teacher mo binigay na feedback sa iyo is the same no sa classmate mo pero iba naman yung goal ng classmate mo, I would definitely feel disheartened kasi parang ay ganun pare-pareho lang pala yung sinasabi. So babalik tayo dun sa one size fits all. So constant and personalized, every time that you see a student doing something incorrectly or correctly, affirm. Pagka incorrect, edi bigyan mo siya ng constructive feedback. And these things are really important, especially pagka nagsi-skill building. So the byproduct of your differentiation is that you cannot give differentiated drills and exercises but give a general feedback as a class. Ako, meron pang ganyan. Sometimes a lot of teachers, after they do drills, after they give different instructions to the students, well, ang bibigay na feedback, some of you is like this, some of you is like that. So yung student mako-confuse, ako ba yung sinasabi ni sir or ako ba yung sinasabi ni ma'am? So what I did was I had to observe everyone. So magpapadrills ako tapos I went to a high kasi may doon sa gym ng school, merong parang second floor area doon. So sa mezzanine level, I had to look at everyone while doing the drills. And then nagno-notes ako, ito si student number A, letter A rather. Si student letter A, ito yung mga dapat ng feedback. And by the end of the lesson, I would give it to them. Anak, ito yung feedback ko sa mga ginawa mo. So these are specific things that you have to do. And then they would realize as students na parang may talaga ino-observe pala din talaga ako, sir. So kailangan ko bang improve. Another thing that would work is using videos. If your school is like they can provide you materials for videos, you can video your students while they're playing. Pero dapat definitely for privacy reasons, for your eyes only yun and for their eyes only. Ang kagandahan ng video type feedback is that kapag may grade na sila tapos nag-question sila bakit ganito, you can always go back to the video or look at your video. So ganito yung mga ginawa mo sa video. So do you think nakapasok ka dun sa rubrics na to? So automatic, palitan lang kayo ng feedback sa mga bata. So those are the three things that I want you to consider when you're going to try the approach may pre-test, ng differentiated ang drills, and then merong practical test na on their own time. So those are the three things that I want you to consider. Next up are the negatives of the approach. So I want to start with the negatives kasi maraming may weakness to as an approach na hindi naman validated or backed by theory siya, pero hindi ko pa siya talaga na-validate or na-research siya ng todo-todo para maging official or whatever you wanna call it. So the negatives of the approach is, first, very stressful ang planning stage. Okay? Super stressful ng planning stage. Bakit? Kasi kailangan mo ng extreme foresight. You have to think, what are the students? What would be my possible student? Meron ba akong student na takot sa bola? Meron ba akong student na sobrang nahihiya siya, ayaw niya talaga magsalita, ayaw niya talaga magsayaw, or whatever. So at the very beginning, you have to think forward talaga. So tapos magpe-prepare ka ng different activities. So thinking, these are my possible students, these are the activities that they will do per level or per student. Okay? So marami ka nang iisipin, and you have to think of multiple rubrics. Siyempre, hindi naman pwedeng isang rubric lang para sa kanilang lahat. Though I've tried that, isang rubric para sa lahat, pero super naging magulo yung utak ng mga bata kasi hindi nila magets kung bakit yung goal nila hindi nagpo-fall dun sa rubric. So you have to have multiple rubrics as well. Second negative is that it requires a high level of mastery in the subject matter. Okay? So I only used it in a sport like badminton and a little bit of volleyball kasi that was my sport when I was still playing. So kung medyo doubtful ka dun sa content na tinuturo mo, or you don't have experience in teaching the said sport or subject matter, I suggest na you try to use another approach. Kasi kailangan dito, isang tingin, kuha mo na siya. Kailangan isang tingin, mabibigyan mo siya ng feedback. Kasi kung doubtful ka, kunyari, sport like football, I played football pero hindi ako expert sa football or something like that level. So, hindi ko masasabi na sa isang tingin, makikita ko na, dito pupunta yung bola or whatever. So, you have to have a certain level of mastery in the subject matter. Next is, it requires a lot of time. In my previous school and in my school now, ang PE is 2 periods. So sa old school ko, ang 1 period is 55 minutes and ngayon is 2 hours. So kaya tas maliit ang class size. So what happened was I was able to utilize that class size in time in order to give feedback all the time. Now, I can only imagine if you have about 100 students and 1 hour. So, sobrang hirap magbigay ng feedback. So, I think that one thing that we can do is that we can group the students para meron kang little illusion to the students ng differentiation, pero they are actually doing it together. So, parang ganun. So, negatives. And the last one, this is focused more on athletic performance or performance per se. So kunyari, as an athlete or as dancer, so more on skill building talaga siya. Whereas, 'di ba, sa DepEd, a lot of our competencies are about exposure and about introduction to lifelong fitness. So this veers away from that type of competency. So kung yung school mo is magpapa-accredit, or yung observer, yung direct superior mo is into more on following more on the DepEd standards, I think you should try considering another approach rather than this one. Kasi this one is really focusing more on skill development. Positives. Of course, we have positives naman. Daming negative, no? May positive din naman. The positives of this approach is that it has very high student engagement and motivation. Since, kanina ko pa sinasabi pa ulit-ulit, the students own what they learn. And that's something na gusto ko maalala nyo at the end of this sharing that I have, is that at the end of everything, lahat ng ginawa ng bata, pinili niya. Lahat ng ginawa ng bata, option niya. So kung dahil doon, intrinsic yung motivation niya. Hindi siya dahil sabi ni sir, gusto ko ito yung aabutin ko. So it's more on intrinsic motivation, and it gives them a sense of responsibility towards themselves. Next, it's virtually cheat proof. Collaboration is it's a very good technique in order to lessen your work as a teacher. Diba tayong teachers, we have to we cannot consider ourselves effective kung pinapahirapan natin yung sarili natin. For you to be effective and efficient, you have to do the maximum learning with less effort in your side. So paano mo magagawa 'yon? So collaboration helps to make this approach cheat proof, kasi yung instead na nagkokopyahan, quote unquote, yung mga bata, bawal magkopyahan. Yung mga bata, pwede silang magkopyahan dito kasi sila, ito yung ginagawa ko. This is what I'm doing. So I think you can improve in your craft, or you can improve in achieving your goal if you do this as well. Or they can work together. Yung isang magbibigay ng feedback, isang student magbibigay ng feedback dun sa ginagawa ng classmate niya. So it's virtually cheat proof. Next one. No one has a specific advantage over anyone. Though medyo gamified kasi talaga yung approach nito, like having different levels of improvements, merong mga certain tiers or gusto mong abutin, medyo gamified siya. Pero kahit gamified yung dating niya, hindi walang competition na mangyayari sa mga bata kasi lahat sila focused sila sa personal goal nila. So what's going to happen sa akin? So may mga student na kahit pagpasok pa lang ng lesson mo, may skills na kaagad, wala siyang advantage over dun sa mga beginner lang. So walang magkakaroon ng competition sa kanila kasi lahat sila may ibang pino-focusan na goal. And lastly, I guess the last positive that I can see in this approach, it's a good mix of learner-centered and teacher-centered. So the students, as they practice, they get to learn, ito palang swing na to, or ito palang movement na ginawa ko will lead to this way. But then if they are not sure, they can ask you. So ikaw naman, as an expert of the subject matter, you're considered an expert in the subject matter, you can give them feedback and you can give them the certain things that they have to do. So automatic, nagiging good mix siya ng learner-centered and teacher-centered. So those are the different positives that I see in this type of approach. All right? So again, let's go back. So this approach talks about the pre-test, consultation, differentiated drills, and practical tests. All right? Thank you very much. Now, do we have questions, or do you have questions about the said approach?
Ayan. Wait. Ayan, sir. Wait. Yan, grabe ang insightful nung talk. Pero bago tayo magbigay ng insights natin, syempre, wait lang. Check muna natin yung YouTube. Gonna scan first at YouTube kung yun yung
Kung
sabi
meron,
ko,
yeah.
mga tanong nga ba? Actually, meron. May mga napapansin ako kanina, pero i-scroll up ko muna. Okay, there. Okay, so we have a, siguro ako na lang din muna una sinabi ni Sir na tinuro niya today ay na-apply pa lang niya sa face-to-face, tama ba, sir? So,
Yes,
doon ko pala siya apply. So, he's just planning first to apply it on this coming September sa online setup sa bagong school year. Pero may question dito, sir. Ano rin siguro to, projective answer na rin from you. I-rephrase ko na lang the question from Miss Jocelyn. Ayan, from Miss Jocelyn. Paano mo na ngayon siya i-apply? Kung wari, gusto rin nila i-apply yung mga tinuro mo. Ano yung possible ways na ma-apply nila yung method mo when it comes to online classes? Like, may naisip ka na bang paraan, sir, how to apply that in an online setup?
Right. So for this kasi kaya ko siya sinabi na second term kasi Arnis siya. So Arnis ang topic ko for the second term. Ang plano ko is ganun din, magpi-pretest muna kami. So what are the things na alam nila? Tapos pero i-minimize ko siguro yung consultation kasi ang hirap magkaroon ng personalized consultation in an online setup, especially pagka may mga factors na like connection, mga ganyan. So ang mangyayari is magkakaroon sila ng these are the checklist of the things that you already have. And then as they keep on as the semester goes, as the term goes rather, yung mga nakuha na mga meron na sila, hindi na nila kailangan daanan pa. To lessen also yung synchronous na sessions kasi 'di ba again synchronous sessions are very problematic kasi. So para magkakaroon sila ng self-paced asynchronously, kailangan meron na silang may baseline data ka na to begin with bago ka mag-start ng mga discussion mo.
Okay. That's right. Thank you, sir. Ayan, tama nga naman. Like, and also, syempre, with all the things that we have been learning through our webinars, of course, syempre, nasa sa atin pa rin yun when it comes to how do we adapt on the current situation kasi we have here comments like it's more applicable, the methods are more applicable to the smaller class sizes
Yes.
and whatever. But of course, bilang isang teacher within the setup, we do not fully understand your situation. It's only you. So it's up to you on how will you apply the things you've been learning so far in our webinars. Ganun. So, yun. So,
Yes, sir. In terms of class size po, ang mabibigay kong tip sa inyo if you want to use this approach is ang sad lang doon kasi is you cannot really differentiate if you have like 100 students. Like, mahirap talaga siya. Sobrang hirap ng difference. Just 1 hour lang yung period mo, no? Imagine.
Yeah.
Pero, what you can do is, you can group them.
yeah.
So, ang mangyayari, magiging collaborative effort siya. And then, sila as students, they will check themselves together. So, parang magiging team effort na, ito, as a team, ito yung magiging improvement natin. So, parang magiging ganun siya. But, again, that's the weakness of differentiated instruction kasi, is hindi siya talaga applicable for a large class size.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Also, share ko lang din, like, ginamit ko sa face-to-face and also now in an online setup. What I do is, for example, you have a high-skilled student, you need to, kung hindi mo na siya, for example, in an online setup, you will not be able to challenge him or her into the skills already kasi magiging bored siya in a sense. So, pero pwede mo pa rin siya i-challenge to give, a open, for example, nagbigay ako ng exercise. I give them an open exercise challenge na pwede kang mag-beginner, intermediate, expert. But I give another challenge to that high level to monitor, for example, nasa group sila, to monitor his or her group mates. Parang leading the exercise itself. For example, nasa grupo sila, then I give them a suggestion na if you want, you can do this on your group, have your GC, mag-online kayo ng ganitong oras para maganda rin yung time management nila. And it gives the high-level student a sense of responsibility. At the same time, it gives them an opportunity for them to improve their leadership skills as a student. Lalo na ang kailangan natin ma-develop sa students ay not only the skill, lalo na pag high-level, we also need to hone the social skills of that student kasi magkakaroon talaga ng boundary between the high and the low level skill students. So what we need is to connect them through a method or any technique that you need na ma-apply mo within your setup. So ako naisip ko, why not connect them in a group and then give the responsibility to the high level to motivate the low level skilled students. And of course, syempre, naka-supervise ka dun sa group para hindi rin mahirap sa'yo as a teacher. So, yun yung ginawa ko din na medyo nakakonik ako dun sa mga kasi nagkakaroon kami ng, di ba, sabi sir, may technique dyan si sir na like, consultation. I also do that, like, pero per group siya yung consultation. So, meron kaming mga open consultation hours per group na kami lang ng group para mas maging comfortable sila, hindi sila mahihiya magsalita. So, sila lang yung, kami lang mag-uusap. O, kamusta yung exercise last week? Ganito, ganyan. Tapos magchichikahan na sila. So, at least, you are able, hindi man siya kasing maximize nung method ni sir for the certain small class, pero at least you are able to get the gist of the students kung ano yung progress nila so far dun sa mga binibigay mong activities. At least may nagagawa ka to really help them in their journey so far. So yun lang naman. So another here is, kasi may mga nagsasagot din dito about our question today, Sir JR, yung kanilang platform na ginagamit nila. So ang dami, yung iba daw, ito, wait lang. Tanungin natin to. Si Miss Maria kasi, meron siya dito. Ito talaga yung question na para kay sir. What is the best way to give feedback to the students if you handled, hirap nito. Talaga problema pag ma-apply kayo. 30 sections with 1,500 students. Public setup to.
Kailangan natin ng speaker sa ganyang setup, I think.
Ayun.
I think po again, differentiation is for smaller class sizes. Pero if you really want to give feedback, like specific feedback, you have to prepare or you have to make an illusion to the students of differentiation. How to do that is that you prepare like prompts already. So may mga prompts ka na. So itong certain standards na to, so kunyari prepare ka ng mga 15 prompts. Itong mga certain standards na to, ito yung mga prompt na isasagot ko.
Okay.
Ito para hindi masyadong magulo. Tapos para siyang nagse-survey na lang yung mga bata dun sa nila, dun sa mga skills na natututunan nila. And lastly, I think kasi though it's the sad reality, na ganun na a teacher should not have such a big class size kasi grabe talaga yun.
Yes. Ideally, hindi dapat talaga ganun.
Ideally,
Hindi dapat ganun kalaki ang loading ng isang teacher talaga, ideally. So, hindi na siya teacher problem. Kadalasan na siya. Like,
problem.
Yeah, management problem na siya kasi, katulad ni Sir JR, he's a head in their department. So, palaging alam ko, sir, how do you plan the loading of the teachers ba, Sir JR?
Well, syempre, of course, iba talaga ang situation in a public school and sa private school. But the loading of teachers on our end is 18 hours per week. But they're only handling very light this time kasi although they have that kind of loading na regular pa rin, which is 18 hours. But for example, in junior high school, the teacher will teach only, kasi cyclical yung amin na one section per day. Right? Pero kasi cyclical, mamimit niya yung 9 sections na hawak niya within 2 cycles, kaya mas flexible. Although not into comparison, syempre, talagang kanya-kanya na situation.
Yeah.
Pero Sir Jeco, gusto ko lang i-add sa share ni Sir Ayan kasi sometimes I'm not sure, pero based on how I see our community, sometimes syempre we tend to focus on what's being served to us. Tama, 'di ba? Kung ano kasi yung binibigay. Pero napansin ko kasi kay Sir is try to explore. Sabi niya pati nga sa curriculum, since private school, they have the liberty to go beyond, lalo na yung mga may pa-ASCU. Gusto ko lang i-share din sa community to make relevance dun sa sharing ni Sir kasi this is more of engagement I'm not sure if our community is that familiar with team tools, yung technology integration matrix.
Yeah.
Because some schools are adapting that, but some, because whatever's given to them, yun yung ginagamit lang nila. The engagement, regarding engagement, I think makakatulong yung technology integration matrix. Google, meron ito, yung team tools, because doon natin makikita if that environment that we're providing using a certain technology. Why technology? Dahil most of us, marami sa atin ngayon ay gumagamit talaga ng mga video conferencing, ng mga forms, ng so on, right? And lahat to, may mga impact kasi siya and how students will be engaged in their class. Dito natin maiintindihan if itong PowerPoint ba na to, itong video conferencing na to, itong synchronous answering of a particular Google form, makikita natin if what kind of environment ang naipoproduce natin sa klase. Di ba nga, yung levels of integration, may entry, adoption, adaptation, infusion, yung transformation, yung pinakamataas. Pero syempre, pag first time mong makita tong matrix na to, parang ang goal mo yung mataas. Pero in reality, hindi talaga agad. Right? So syempre, kaakibat nito yung mga learning environments na mapoproduce natin with the technology. Pwede kasing super baba lang, super active pero entry level lang naman, 'di ba? Pero ito, yung engagement, mas mauunawaan natin kung yung technology na kasi nakita ko dito puro sinashare nila anong ginagamit sa school nila. Google Classroom ka nga ang ginagamit mo. Pero ano bang environment yung na-produce using the Google Classroom or yung Google Meet na yan? Active lang ba? Are they going goal directed, no? Are they going to produce authentic or collaborative and constructive? Kaya on my end, speaking of collaboration among students at the same time to provide this meaningful engagement, kaya yun yung tanong natin, I encourage all our PE teachers, even kung ano man yung nasan man kayo, public or private, to try to check TIM tools, TIM, Technology Integration Matrix, because ito'y makakatulong para masilip natin yung pinaplano mo, na foresee mo kung saan ba to magfo-fall at baka pwedeng mas ma-improve mo pa or baka sobrang hirap naman siya para sa situation mo. Yun, kaya you can check the TIM tools sa Google, yan.
Ayan. So, ay mag-add lang kasi napapaisip ako dito kasi meron nga dito, like, syempre marami talaga sa atin dito, ating mga One Piece Ed, mga fellows, mga galing talaga sa public setup. And ako kasi marami akong friends from the public setup and we always chat kung ano ba talagang, and ako, malapit na ako mapunta sa public. Yes, naman niyo ako, guys. So, yeah. Pero ano kasi, bago pa yan, nag-uusap na kami like how to do it. And karamihan talaga ngayon kasi ang problema nila is, modular kasi most of them kasi syempre for not kasi para sa modular kasi guys I don't know exactly kasi if every division kasi in every school and every supervisory area kasi may kanya-kanyang provisions, but I guess pagdating sa modular learning kasi it all boils down on how well the module is created. Okay, so kung gaano siya kaayos ginawa. Kasi tinatanong niya like, paano magbibigay ng practical? It's very easy kasi you can give practical activities through module and it's only a question if the integrity and the dignity of the student kung gagawin talaga niya itong mga klase mga activities na to. And it's up to us teachers to do an extra mile, at extra mile na talaga kasi to do an extra mile to motivate our students to really be truthful whenever they're handling their modules. And because it's an online setup in a home, in a certain way, and it's a homeschooling setup, kailangan we are very open and we are very coordinated with the parents na ganito yung mga activities na binibigay sa mga students. Kasi eto kasi yan guys within this setup of very distance learning, communication is the one key in order to achieve everything of this. Communication from the admins down to the faculty and faculty down to the students and down to the parents. If you are not able to establish this kind of streamline of communication, your implementation of the curriculum will really not be fluid. Okay? So yun talaga dapat ang kailangan yung tandaan palagi. Yun siguro yung nakikita kong advantage siguro in private schools kasi mas close contacted yung kanilang pag-deliver ng curriculum instruction. And I guess yun siguro yung kailangan i-improve within the public sector. Hindi mo sinasabi na hindi maganda yung communication line, pero kasi hindi siya tight. Para nagkakaroon ng putol-putol when it comes, kasi yun yung sinabi ko sa isang talk ko na dapat within the MAPE department, tight yung communication nyo. Like tanggalin nyo na yung konsepto na alam mo yun, na hindi kayo nag-share sa isa't isa ng mga methods nyo or whatever.
Synergize
your department and make sure na hindi kayo nagka-meeting. Do not be complacent in the meeting. Huwag kayong matakot magsalita within a meeting kasi hindi naman kayo matatanggal sa trabaho dahil lang nagsalita kayo ng suggestion niyo sa ilo. 'Di ba? Don't be fearful kasi yung gagawin niyo naman na suggestion or yung sasabihin yung comment is for the betterment of the students. And unang-una, kaya kayo nagtuturo kasi para sa estudyante at hindi dahil natatakot kayo mawala ng item sa school. Ganon. So, so ko ako sa inyo, open the line of communication para ma-achieve niyo yung gusto niyo mangyari. Oo, mahirap siya, lalo na yung mga naririnig nyo dito sa webinars natin ay sabihin natin ideal, okay? Very ideal siya in your setups. Pero I guess, nothing is impossible kung talaga mag-step forward kayo, lalo na sa loob ng department nyo. Kasi I have been in many schools and hindi ako nahihiyang magbigay ng suggestion from time to time kahit unang taon ko pa lang sa trabaho na I give my suggestions. Kasi una-una iniisip ko, hindi naman kasi to para sa school or whatever.
Para sa bata.
Para sa bata kasi talaga lahat yung gagawin ko. Kasi I want the betterment for the students. So kung problema mo ay sobrang laki ng class size, ano yun? Designate. Yun yung technique na nakuha ko naman sa isang business. Designate. Collaborate with your students. Alamin mo kung sino yung mga magagaling or leaders sa mga classroom, sino yung mga leaders na parents, sino yung mga maasahan mo talaga na advisors, tapos doon collaborate with them. Kasi yun yung bagong trend ngayon, collaboration. Hindi na siya katulad dati sa face-to-face na palagi na lang sa'yo nang gagaling yung instruction, sa'yo nang gagaling yung ideas. No. In this kind of setup, you need to be open for the suggestions of the parents, of your advisors, of the students themselves. Kasi pag nanggaling mismo sa kanila, they will feel a sense of ownership within the learning experience and mas magiging effective yung teaching mo. Kahit sabihin natin hindi kayo eksakto na tutugma dun sa curriculum, at least meaningful siya for now. Kasi yung lahat naman ng curriculum ngayon, lahat naman ng nasa curriculum natin ngayon ay hindi talaga applicable for the online setup. And being a teacher, you will be the catalyst of connecting the curriculum into the meaningful experience na matututunan ng mga
Yes.
bata. So,
Parang ano lang yan eh, connect the dots. And
yes.
soon you will find out anong constellation ba ng star yung nabuo mo.
Yes.
Well, Sir Ayan, syempre, napakaganda. Very well ang discussion natin dito sa Zoom at the same time mismo dito sa YouTube, napakaraming nagbibigay ng feedback. Sir Ayan, any last message that you would like to bring to the community as we conclude the webinar for this afternoon?
Right, sir. Thank you. So some final words that as a PE teacher, for me, on a personal level, it's not difficult. It's not very difficult to see student engagement, especially as our learners are playing or exercising or doing the tasks that they do. Yet I often ask myself, will they remember these things that I taught them? Will they be able to bring this into their lives, or will they just focus? They will just forget this after passing my subject. Yet I always tell them and myself that it's always more than the skill, that it's about having the actual motivation to learn because you love what you are learning, and it has become a personal goal for you. That's why we must keep them engaged, busy working on themselves. And as you see them grow and gather all the necessary skills, you'll be surprised that when you look back at the baseline data that you have, you'll see that they have gone so far from where they were and at the beginning of your course. And I hope that after everything that we have talked about today, we always see that education is not about learning the different concepts, but it's actually for a person to become a better version of themselves. Yun lang po. Thank you very much.
Wow, napaka-inspiring naman ng huling message ni Sir Ayan. And truly, naniniwala ako na maraming natutunan ng ating mga participants for this afternoon. And of course, the key, we cannot please everybody, tama, no? Even the parents, we have challenges with them, even our fellow teachers, even the students we're handling. But what matter most is that we are performing to the best that we can depending on the capability na pwede nating i-offer. Kasi may limit naman talaga. But the key talaga in order to make meaningful learning is synergize. Hindi na lang pwedeng si teacher lagi ang magbigay. 21st century na nga sabi ni Sir Jeco. So ibig sabihin, it is the output that we're gonna be bringing for the students will be depending on how we adults synergize to make it possible for them. At this
Yeah.
point, of course, no, okay naman na yung mga ating mga question and answers, Sir Jekko.
Wait
May
lang,
I
may,
request?
may last one lang ako na i-address dito, sir. Like, sabi dito, like, one of their suggestions is, next time, ano yun? Parang i-share daw kung paano ma-apply sa online setup. And para po sa mga ganyan, we also have past webinars about that on how to
Mhm.
apply the methods in an online setup. So, scan nyo lang po yung ating
YouTube
mga
natin,
yung
yeah.
YouTube po namin, YouTube natin, balikan nyo lang po siya kasi karamihan naman po talaga ng ating talks ay talaga applicable siya for the online setup. And also, na-address naman po natin siya from time to time. So, just check all our videos, mag-scroll lang po kayo, then hanapin nyo po dun yung mga specifics na hinahanap nyo. So, sobrang dami po niyan, 57 na nga po na topics yan. Imposible pong wala po yung makikita doon na
Marami
specific for
din.
your needs. And in line with that, syempre sinend na dito sa ating YouTube chat yung membership link sa ating YouTube. So in line with that po kasi our website will soon be up. So yun dun po mas magiging it's like a learning
Management
management
system,
system, which is kung meron kayong specific na gusto matutunan when it comes to PE and teaching it online or teaching or methods or anything related to it, madali nyo na lang siya ma-scan dun sa ating website soon. So for you to be informed immediately pag up na yung website, I suggest you already register for the membership link. For the membership, sinenda natin ang form dito sa ating link dito sa ating YouTube chat. So you can also check the details of our membership in our Facebook page. And what else, Sir JR?
Of
Our
course, no. Yes, the others. We're gonna be announcing that in a while. But of course, bago natin i-award yung certificate para sa ating speaker, nakikita ko kasi that there is a brilliant idea among all those people who's with us every Saturday, no?
Yes.
And that's the reason, especially for those special cases, not special, but the common cases like in the public school, I think your voice should be heard, right? I
Yes.
think your experience should be heard because that experience is the same thing as many public school PE teachers are facing. And we cannot say who's right, who's wrong, but that experience, that how you solve that, how you make it possible, how you how you will finish the academic year, yan ay magandang istorya po na pwede nating ma-share, of course, sa ating mga kapwa teacher dito sa Pilipinas and beyond. That's why we are challenging, no, sa ating mga kasama sa onefised.ph, member man or hindi man member or premium member man po natin, our doors always open to accept you as one of our featured PE teacher because I know, lalo na sa public school, yung isi-share mo, alam ko, may idea ngayon na parang gusto ng iba sa atin dyan. Yan din ang same story ng madami. And pag nakinig po sila sa story na yan, how you made that lesson possible, kahit modular, for sure, they will be inspired with that. And no, moving forward, Coach Josh, may I request you to share now the certificate of recognition to our resource speaker? And Sir Jekko, can you please read the content of the certificate?
Yes. So
Wow,
again,
bago yung ating certificate.
grabe, ang ganda. So this certificate of recognition is hereby awarded to Mr. Ian. Tama ako, sir. Mr. Ian Gabriel. Ito naman tayo. Ian Gabriel Barquez for generously sharing his expertise as a resource speaker during the OnePSED.ph featured PSED teacher webinar series with the theme Creating Meaningful Physical Education Learning Experience in the New Normal in the 57th episode entitled Increasing Student Engagement Through Differentiated Instruction and Learner Agency via OnePSED YouTube channel and Zoom, awarded this 10th of July 2020, signed by Mr. J.R. Bertobo, our founder and program director, and Sir Joshua Ben Villarreal, our technical manager. Yes.
Yan, congratulations, and I hope we lahat po tayo bigyan natin ng virtual clap ang ating speaker for this afternoon.
Yes.
Wow, this Saturday is full of discussion and I'm truly blessed that yung continuity ng ating program. And that's why before we end, we would like what Sir Jekko told you, onefised.ph, super daming nagtanong since last year, but we closed it because for some reasons. But this time we are opening our doors. We're opening our doors for premium membership, and of course, all the content of all the benefits that you will avail as a premium member as stated in the video that will be shown in a while. And of course, ang pinakamaganda kasi dito, if si Sir Jarrod Robinson, ang kaibigan natin from Australia, or si Sir
Grabe.
yeah, yung ating mga friends, no, si Dale Sidebottom, yung connections natin na bibuild talaga. They are an inspiration why we want to have onefised.ph.com para po ma-access din nyo lahat ng ating professional development training. At the same time, you can get the certificates that you have there. Ang website po kasi hindi naman basta-basta. That's why we want to make this library special one for the community. And of course, if you're interested, ngayon po, kung kayo po ay interested, our doors are already accepting and discount. Syempre, yan ang gusto natin. Discount is available. Anniversary discount po natin ay available hanggang July 15 to avail the 40% discount. July 15, yes. So to avail this 40% discount for 1 year, 2 years membership, you may now sign up para po, of course, ma-avail nyo to. Dahil after July 15, we're gonna be going back to the regular rate, which is 1,000 pesos. All right, and bago po tayo matapos, syempre, kung gusto nyo pong makapag-build ng mga future PE teachers din natin, isang outreach program po, hindi po yan mawawala dahil ang tayo po ay nasa batch 5 na po. No, batch 5 na ng ating fundraising program. This shirt na meron po tayo, if you would like to avail this, just go to our Facebook page and the link how to purchase this jersey ay nandoon po para makatulong tayo to give, dati headset po yung binibigay natin sa ating mga PE majors. Hopefully, makahanap kami naman ng bagong state university na matutulungan somewhere dito po sa Northern Luzon and Visayas or Mindanao. Kaya po, tara po, I'm inviting everyone, no, na mag-join sa project na to para one way or another may shirt na tayo, nakatulong pa tayo.
And sir, meron lang tanong dito si Miss Leonie from Zoom. Sabi, Sir JR, wala na po ba chance sa international na maka-register sa Zoom?
Okay. By the way, I would like to invite everybody. Thank you, Sir Jeko. I would like to invite everybody. And once again, we are blessed as we are invited into another international conference. This will happen, I believe, this coming July 14, 15, 16. Kung di po ako nagkakamali, sa Facebook po makikita natin yan. This is an international conference hosted by Ramon Magsaysay University. Of course, with the leadership of Sir Robert Yap. Okay? Ngayon po, sinabi niya sa akin, kasi ang dami po nagtatanong, if you were not able to register via Zoom, then what you're gonna be, the option is you watch it live. They will try if they can make it live in onefised.ph po. Napakaganda po dahil, of course, although, ang team nito is to build future PE teachers, right? Pero I think, magandang ma-rekindle yung ating diwa na paano ba tayo dapat maging 21st century PE teacher. Marami na po ako na-share ng topic na to, but of course, special po pag mga magiging future PE teachers kasi kailangan iba na yung yung mga skill set na meron sila to make sure that the way they deliver 21st century PE will be meaningful at the same time relevant to the current situation. All right.
Meron pa isa, sir. How about, ito alam ko may sagot na ako dito eh. How about yung November pa ma-expire po yung membership? Alam ko po dun sa first batch na nag-register ng kanilang membership, kayo po ay, alam ko sir, tama sabihin ko, meron, sila free yung next unit. Tama ba?
Okay, all right. Let me confirm that kasi lahat po, okay, of course, lahat po na nag-member sa first batch.
Yeah.
I think there are around 67 people, 65 if 9 people. These are the people who trusted us that we can make a difference and we will continue. And pinanindigan namin po hanggang talagang makapag-anniversary tayo. That's why these people, tong 65 people po na ito, na ating mga fellow PE teachers, they will be rewarded with another year for free.
Woo!
Right?
Grabe.
Sila po ay for free. Because of course, pasasalamat din po yan as a pioneer batch. Kaya po libre. Lahat po ng mga nag-register hanggang I think January. January or November, yung mga yan po. Lahat po sila free. Makakatanggap naman po ng information kahit yung mga medyo late na. Now, yung mga magpapa-member po this time, ang maganda naman po is yung discount, ma-avail nyo. Kasi pag nag-launch na po yung website, of course, may maintenance na po talaga tayo sa website na yan. Kaya kailangan ay i-maintain na rin po namin talaga yung premium. That's why ini-encourage ko nga po kayo na mag-member na habang nandito pa po sa stage na to. Kasi ang approach namin is, syempre, nasa sa inyo. If you would like to have a organization or entity that can help you for professional development, here we are in onefised.ph. All right, let's conclude, Sir Jeco.
Ayan. So, wait lang. May tinasagot pa kasi akong tanong dito. Nasagot ko pa kasi si Miss Waypor. Ayan. So, wait lang. Nasagot pa. Ayan. So, again, for the, syempre, sa lahat, ito yung hinihintay talaga kada Sabado. Ito talaga yung blockbuster. Ito yung
Yan.
pinaka-blockbuster kada linggo. Ang ating evaluation certificate link. Ayan.
Sir Jeco, actually, singit na din ako, no? Sige, sabihin mo muna about sa certificate after mo ako
Ayan,
naman.
syempre, ito po, remind ko lang po kayo palagi dito na make sure po na pag ina-accomplish nyo po yung evaluation link, make sure po na tama po lahat yung details kasi po it's a self-generated, it's an automatic generated certificate. So naka-template na po siya and then ini-insert na lang po yung mga details na inyong tinatype doon sa ating Google form. So make sure po na bago nyo po siya ma-submit or bago nyo po matapos yung evaluation link, make sure po na na-accomplish nyo siya ng maayos. I-read nyo po ulit siya. And then, magsisend, make sure na i-check nyo po yung email nyo right after you accomplish the link para makita nyo po kung talagang nag-authenticate yung inyong evaluation link. Kung hindi po, make sure po na i-PM nyo po kaagad ang One Piece at Facebook page or any one of us and inquire kung nagkaroon ng error. Alam ko po yung internet ay hindi stable palagi. Kung nagkaroon po ng error dun sa inyong pagpasok sa evaluation link. Kasi alam ko, Sir JR, parang every email, one attempt lang po ata yung pwede, no?
Actually, ganito po, no? Thank you for that initial information, no? Yes, nakakatanggap pa rin po tayo, pero sobrang dami rin ang nag-i-email back na thank you, right? So, ibig sabihin, there's a success.
Yes.
Things that we need to consider, number one, you need to, katulad ng sinabi ni Sir Jeco, you need to be sure with the details, especially the email.
Yes.
Another, if you, tinatry po natin tong certificate generator na to kasi may bayad din po ito na at within 1 minute mag-a-appear dapat siya.
Yes.
Kung hindi, maghanap po kayo sa mga spam ninyo, alamin po natin
Spam
sa iba. Yeah, you just need to check kasi po minsan hindi po talaga sa regular inbox yan pumapasok. But of course, dahil generated po din yan, mahirap din po kasi kung lahat-lahat talaga hahalungkatin namin. And pwede pong mag-second attempt, no? Inopen na po namin yan kung sakaling hindi.
Okay.
But we only have a maximum of 1,500 generated certificates every day. Okay? Yan na po yung pinaka-maximum. Kaya po, and also, we close this. Kasi alam namin na uma-attend, nasa 200 lang. Pero minsan na nag-generate, nasa 500. Right? Or more than. Kaya po, we close it. No, bago po siguro dati 6, ngayon nag-extend na kami hanggang 10 PM minsan the following day kapag nagkakaroon po ng ilang error dun sa mga certificate. But all in all, 99.9% po tama po ang pagkakaset ng setting dito sa ating certificate. Ang importante na lamang po, tama ang detalye and check your spam. All right, no? Of course, ito na naman po ay isang napakamakabuluhang Sabado brought to you by onefisted.ph.
Yes.
We are truly thankful, grateful because in very simple action like sharing the link, no, at pag-share sa inyo mga fellow PE teachers, napakalaking tulong. Because what? The goal is to have a physical education community where we share our best teaching experience. And we can only make it possible if you are always with us in this journey. Once again, we would like to say thank you for 1 year, and this is the dawn of another year. This Saturday, right? Ito yung simula. That's why we're looking forward that as the years go by, ang onefisted.ph ang inyo maging kasama as your premium professional development training. Of course, may challenge nga kami. Hopefully, looking forward, but by next year, onefisted.ph is certified by PRC as a CPD provider, so that when we transition to face-to-face, we ensure that the professional development training na face-to-face conferences will be a certified, magagamit nyo to earn your CPD points.
Yes.
Kaya po, as early as now, we're inviting you to join the membership because of course you are part of us in this journey naman po. Once again, maraming salamat. This is Coach JR.
This is Sir Jeko.
And we're saying, let's break the
break
limits and go beyond. Happy Saturday, everyone! Ang link po natin, eto na. Check now the YouTube chat box for the link.
Diyan na po yung link.
Share na lang din po natin.
Share nyo na lang po din sa mga groups na share nyo po.
Ayan, sinishare na po natin. Check YouTube chat box. Of course, share. Vincent.ph.
Dapat insert yung boses mo dun eh.
Yan, for those who would like to avail the membership.
Mga nasa Zoom po, wag muna po kayo umalis ha.
Bago yung certificate natin, of course, thank you Coach Josh.
Grabe.
Bago yung design ng ating certificate.